I've been there 4 times in my life. It's my favorite place on earth, and it's somewhere you wouldn't really expect. It's a little historic town in South Dakota. Now, when I said South Dakota, how many of you thought of Mount Rushmore or the movie National Treasure? Well, believe it or not, there are many other fun things to do in South Dakota. And one of my favorite is visiting the little gold mine town of Deadwood. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, what kind of place is that with a name like Deadwood? But to be honest, Deadwood has such an explosive past with gold miners and saloons and shootings and casinos and so much more that I could go there every year and learn something new. It started out as a little gold mine town, went through a fire and a flood, and still survived for us to enjoy today. Now, there's more to see and do in Deadwood than just a gold mine town, or see a gold mine. Mount Moriah Cemetery holds some of Deadwood's most iconic people, such as Wild Bill and Calamity Jane, while Saloon Number 10 reenacts Wild Bill's tragic death. Let's take a journey back in time to the Wild West and find out how Deadwood became such a hit. The location of Deadwood is what really is important for it. It's located in Deadwood's Gulch, which is almost like a valley in the Black Hills, which is where a lot of gold was found in South Dakota. Deadwood's Gulch is named for all the dead wood in the area. And also right up the road from Deadwood is a little town called Lead. Now in Lead, there was much more gold found in the area than in Deadwood. Also in the area is Spearfish Canyon, which is right up the road, which has lots of waterfalls and it's very scenic and beautiful. And Mount Rushmore is not too far away. Now, John B. Pearson is really the person who put Deadwood on the map. He was the one that originally found gold in Deadwood's Gulch, and he kind of started a little settlement there to mine the gold. However, General Custer from the Civil War was the one who really made Deadwood into a town. He had an expedition there where he wanted to build mines and harvest the gold that was there. Now, for more rioty people, the people who kind of stirred up the excitement in town, you have Wild Bill Hickok. He's probably one of the most famous people to be in Deadwood. He was more so like a cowboy. He had the iconic shootings and different things like that. However, Calamity Jane, who was his lover, although he did not want anything to do with her, she was absolutely in love with him. She was known in Deadwood for her rugged appearance. She often dressed like a man, and she had a very short haircut, where people would often mistake her for a man. And she was known in Deadwood for her excellent shooting skills. Now, the most important thing about Deadwood, I would say, is the gold mines. It's what really got Deadwood started and put on the map. And Homestake Mine, which was built in 1874, was the most prominent mine in Deadwood. However, gold was not their biggest find, as we'll talk about later. Fool's gold was really what they found a lot of. But like I said, we'll talk about that a little later. Last thing I want to talk about is how Deadwood has really changed since the pioneer days. I like to call it Deadwood Strip. It's not the main road of Deadwood, but it is the main tourist road. It has all the casinos and the museums and shops and different things that you can do in Deadwood. Now, the population of Deadwood has upped a little bit since the pioneer days. It has a steady population of around 1,400 people, which doesn't seem like a lot, I know, but if you were to visit there and see the size of the town, you would think, wow, that's a lot of people for this little tiny town. But that's all I have for today. I hope you learned just a little something about Deadwood.